Hey guys, in today's video, we are gonna be doing a meal plan, prep, grocery shop with me kind of thing. I've created a little system for how I grocery shop to spend less money, make sure I'm eating somewhat healthy and not wasting food, especially as somebody who lives alone. That can easily be done if you're not. If I don't have a system, I just buy random stuff and don't eat it. So I will go through my little meal planning process, the schedule I do it on, how I plan out the foods that I'm gonna eat, and then I'll show you my grocery list and give you a little tips and tricks that I found and how much it all costs me at the end, because that's the real question, is grocery prices. But yeah, let's get into it. Here is my little spread in my planner here. To develop this spread to where 4 weeks of meal planning fits on one spread in the planner, it's a long time coming. I've had several iterations of this, but there was one day in this where I was trying like a million different, counting out the spaces, is this enough for this? And I finally cracked it, because this is the 7 days of the week, and then down here I put the weeks, like the groceries I need to buy for this week of food. So then I not only have my meals planned for the month, but I have my grocery list planned for the month, and we'll get a little bit more depth into that here in just a second. But I wanted to show you as well, every single week of meal planning that I've done in this book with this spread. I honestly, you can see where I was a tryhard at the beginning and did it all in color, but that very swiftly went away. That only lasted a couple of weeks, but I don't even know what I was saying. But it's really cool to look back on this and be able to see everything, and the amount of food that I eat on repeat is honestly astonishing. Okay, yeah, that was the first one. This was back in March. I have a couple of others mixed in, because what I was doing is I was planning a month and then doing it to meals right on the next spread, but then I didn't like that was splitting up the months. I liked being able to look through the months back to back, so I switched over to this, like having its own section, because here I planned out all the way through December, so this is this month for December, and then this is where the meal planning starts. And also, this might not be totally for you, because I'm the type of person that can eat the same thing day after day and be okay. A lot of this is trial and error, like the foods I'm okay eating back to back, and then some that I don't meal prep for lunches because I just don't, it wouldn't work for me. So obviously this system is not perfect, and I am in fact not a perfect person. So, but here, the main thing I meal prep for is my lunches at work, because if I don't already have food ready made that I am going to just put in my lunchbox and take to work, I simply will not eat. I simply will not eat. And that, no. It's better to eat something than eat nothing, even if it's taco soup 5 days in a row, whatever. But yeah, so normally what I do is I plan out during the week, what I'm eating for lunch and what I'm eating for supper. And then I actually physically cook the week's worth of lunches on Sunday. So normally I grocery shop on Saturday, meal prep, plan, cook, all that on Sunday. And then during the week, I ain't gotta do shit. Other than put my lunch in my lunchbox and go to work. And then lunches throughout the week, I try to keep fairly easy, because your boy does not want to cook a whole feast after working all day. That's just not the vibe. And I know for a lot of people it isn't either, and that's why it's hard to stay on track with meal planning, especially for someone who's trying to eat healthier like myself, or not even necessarily eat healthier, just making sure I get nutrients. Yeah, that's a struggle. Having something where it's like I have that food in the house and I know that it won't take a lot of time or effort to cook. I circled through a couple of basic meals during the week. I rotate them some. I'm not a dietitian, nutritionist, medical expert, someone you should look to for healthy eating advice. I also take vitamins on top of this. So you ain't gotta tell me in the comments that this isn't well balanced. You know, yeah. Did I say it's a work in progress? Yes. This week was really good because I had potatoes, cabbage, onions, and sausage. So that was really good because that was like a bunch of random shit I had in my fridge where it's like, if I use cabbage here, I have to find something else to have cabbage with, because otherwise I'm not gonna eat the whole cabbage for one meal. And then down here you see my lists. The way I do it is I put the whole list here for each week. So like this is here, this is here. And what I do is on this first week, I buy all of the non-perishables or freezer foods for these 4 weeks. So I go through and like, I circle the things here. It's like carrots, celery, onions, tofu, slaw mix. I depending on my feeling, I either buy a salad mix to eat throughout the week with supper, or I buy where it's like the cabbage and carrots and whatnot. That's like technically used for slaw, but I like it because I like the shredded texture. Or they also have those little salad kits that you can get where it has like sunflower seeds and dressing and all that already in there. Those are super awesome too. But yeah, I buy the non-perishables for the whole 4 weeks on this first day. And then the circled items that are perishable, I buy on that week for the next week. Just so they're not sitting in my fridge and going bad that way. And also, I'm trying to get better. This is a little sticky note here of just random foods I have eaten. A good thing of this as well is when you're like, I don't know what to eat. Like, what foods do I even eat? I don't know what to cook. You just look back here. What did I eat 3 months ago? When was the last time I made that? Like bean soup or chili. Anything. Literally anything. The options are endless, really. But another thing is, if you're somebody who wants to try more recipes, this is really good as well, because you can write down, you can plan out the recipes you want to try and then buy all of the stuff for it. So even if it comes down to it where you're like, because normally it's like, oh God, I want to try a new recipe when you're tired of the things that you're eating, but then you're like, well, I don't want to have to go to the grocery store and buy everything or this, that, and the other. Like if you plan ahead, it makes it a lot easier to stick to doing things you want to do, whether that be trying new meals, or if you have health goals, or you know, macros that you're trying to hit or whatever, if you work out, whatnot. I'm not that intense with it, but I went ahead and prepped this spread here, and we are gonna crack on with writing in this bad boy. I also, something I do is I have on my phone a grocery list note that stays pinned up at the top, and anytime that throughout the week, throughout the month that I think of like, oh, I need this, or oh, I ran out of this spice, or oh, I need to eat more paper towels, I write it in that notes app. So if here, when I'm planning it, I don't have to remember, oh, well, I needed cinnamon for when I make oatmeal. Just in case I don't have oatmeal written on this and that doesn't jog my memory, I have it in that app on the notes on my phone. And then when I'm in the grocery store, your boy's just looking at the grocery list on there. Not that deep. But yeah, let's crack on planning here, and then I'll kind of go over it with y'all.
Okay. That was a little bit of a struggle. That was a little bit of a struggle because I really did try to fill in at least some ideas for food on the weekends. Oh boy. So now what I do is I'm gonna take each thing, and it doesn't matter if I think I already have broccoli or not, I'm writing it down on my list. Because me being like, oh, well, I think I have broccoli, so I won't buy any. Okay, is it enough broccoli? I have broccoli a couple of times, like, is it gonna be enough? So literally what I do is, it doesn't matter what it is, I mark it down that I'm going to need it on this list. And then what I do is I take this little book over to my cabinets and I look and I'm like, okay, well, I already have a noodle, like I already have a pack of noodles, and I cross that off. But I only have one, so then I leave it on these other lists so I can get an exact tally of what I already have and what else I need. That way I'm not overbuying because I'm like, oh, well, I need noodles for these 4 weeks, so I buy 4 noodles and I already had 2. I go in there and I make sure that I'm taking stock of what I already have. Okay, I need milk. How much milk do I have left? Or will it be enough to reach me across these 4 where I don't need to buy more? Or is it only like this much in the container? So that way I'm making sure not only I have what I need to actually make these meals, that I'm not overbuying when I already actually had something. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through and break all of these down, what I need to cook each thing. I did pretty much all the same things here, except I did sprinkle in a few. I have my spaghetti, I have my quesadillas, my pizza, my noodles on Monday. Here I did rice and bean burritos. Here we sprinkled in a little hot ham and cheese sandwich. I normally eat this with fries. I'll write fries next to it. I low-key forgot fries. Fries, and then I had it. Where else did I have it? Oh, here, fries. But gotta love a little hot ham and cheese sandwich. Here on the weekends, I had dumplings and rice here. And then because I am having chicken throughout the week, so I'm having dumplings and rice here. But now I'm having tofu and rice throughout this week. And that includes more than just tofu and rice. I make like a little veggies to go with it and everything. But obviously for space purposes, I'm not writing every single thing out. But then here on the weekend, I'm having chicken and fries. Also, when I say chicken, it can be whatever, essentially whatever protein I want. I get like these little veggie chicken patties. I get like little veggie hamburgers and whatnot. It's essentially whatever protein. I just call it chicken on here, just for my own shorthand purposes, I guess. Eggs and toast. I always keep eggs here. Always, just because making an egg is like the simplest thing on God's green earth. So I just, if I have nothing else to eat, I have an egg. And then here we've got bean soup. That's beans, cabbage, what is it? Carrots, onions, that kind of thing. Love me that. That is super filling and super nice. Oh shit, I need crackers for that though. Crackers. Wow, that's not how you spell crackers. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was actually crazy. And then here I'm bringing back the egg sausage and potatoes because that actually slapped this week. Loved it. So we're bringing it back. Yeah, noodle soup, pretty typical stuff. Here, I literally ran out of ideas for other things. I literally don't even know what I eat on the weekends typically, because here I leave it blank, and I used to write it in if I didn't plan something and I ate something, but honestly, my poor little brain, I can't think of anything else. So we're leaving with that. There's always extras of some of this stuff. I always keep staples in my house, like pasta sauce, noodles, one of those little noodles packs extra, eggs, stuff in the freezer that I can warm up. I have a shitload of those dumplings if I ever needed to make rice. I also have stuff like flour, sugar, baking powder if I wanted to make something like pancakes or something like that. I always have small things that's like, once these foods are eaten, my cabinets are not barren. I mean, they're pretty empty, but not barren. So I'm gonna go ahead, crank out these lists here, and then I'm gonna give you a little tour of what I've got in the cabinets now, what we're working with, and then we're gonna pop over to the store, because at this point, we're getting on in the day a little bit, and I'm just lollygagging, I feel like. So I'll be right back.
So here's what we're working with so far. You can see the things that I have already I've crossed off. Circled things are the perishables that I'm buying week to week. So now I need to go through and make sure, like, see how many eggs I have, see how much milk I have. I 100% know I need more milk. Here is my fridge. Bruh. It's so empty. Oh yeah, I need no more butter, but that is on my list. So like, I have what? 7 eggs? I'm definitely gonna need more eggs. I need literally everything, basically. Yeah, I don't think there's a single perishable thing I have already. And then in my freezer, I do have chicken that I use to make quesadillas and a thing of broccoli. So I'll probably only buy one more thing of broccoli, but this should be enough for quesadillas, and if I do run out, I'll get more. I do need more of this because not only do I use it in my spaghetti, but I'm using it in the taco soup too, so I need more. And then these are the hamburgers I've been buying. I accidentally bought them instead of the chicken patties I used to get, and now I actually kind of like these a lot, and there's like twice as much protein. I'm not mad. I only have 2 frozen pizzas, so I will buy more. But yeah, I'm gonna cross those couple things off the list and probably check back in with you guys when I'm back from the store. Show you what I got. JK, not at the store yet, but something I did forget to mention is I take my little book, and now that I have like checked off all of the things that I do and don't have, and I have my little week to week lists, I take this whole thing and I put it into my phone. So I put it into that notes app on my phone, and what I do is I order it through the way that I walk through the store. Like literally like a step-by-step, this comes first when you walk in, then this goes here, and then I walk here, and then grab this, and then grab that. So I am like 100% optimized. I don't like being in the grocery store longer than I have to, and this also helps me buy less stuff. If I'm walking down every aisle just looking for the things that I need, I will throw extra stuff in the cart. So this keeps me on track, so minimizing the amount that I'm around people and in the chaos, and minimizing the amount of distractions or random treats and stuff that I come in contact with. So I will put that in my phone and then grab my bags and go to the store. And I will check back in with you guys later. Bye. Okay, we are back from the store. It's fucking hot, and I turned my AC off earlier when I was doing the other bit, and I forgot to turn it back on before I left. So it's hot in here. It's hot. It's a little hot. So I need to get this stuff in the fridge, freezer real quick. Water break. Okay, we got lettuce. We got green onions. They're getting chucked in here, baby. We got broccoli, frozen, because I ain't having shit go bad. Get in there. You know how I said I was buying these burgers and I actually liked them better than the chicken patties I had because they had more protein? I really liked them. They literally, the store does not have them. The store does not have them. I had to get the freaking chicken patties, which the chicken patties are good, don't get me wrong, but whatever. Okay, I got a little yogurt. I'm trying to get back into yogurt. I am, but it's scary. I've hated yogurt my entire life. Never liked yogurt, really. I'm taking these eggs and that cheese out. Got more cheese. Okay. They had actually a decent deal on eggs. I got 18 eggs for like $2.99. They normally put that on sale if they receive something and they're not supposed to, because they don't normally have those. Well, we definitely got eggs, that's for sure. We got milk. Buy unsweetened because I don't know what I'm gonna be using it in. And I am not gonna accidentally use vanilla milk in mashed potatoes. I will cry. Done that before, it's disgusting. We got a shitload of pizzas now. I'll put that there, put the ice there. Oh my god, I have green onions in here! Forgot about that. So right now, on a grocery shopping day, I am not prepping anything. I'm not cutting up things to freeze. I'm not pre-chopping onions. I'm not doing any of that. My grocery shopping day That's the big thing we do, is the grocery shop. I'm not wanting to do anything else, especially after being in that heat. It's like 100 degrees. Also, I did get ice cream. For a one-person household, getting a gallon of ice cream looks a little comedic, but this lasts me a while, and I need ice cream to live. If I can have a vice, let it be ice cream. Sue me. So, also, I did get some things that were not on my list. Crimea River. But, also, I still was pretty bang on with the price. So I got my little, these are the little noodle packs that I was talking about, these things. The teriyaki ones specifically are the best, but I don't, you know, I'm not gonna rain on anyone else's parade. Let me close that. Chuck these bad boys up here. I really needed 5. Okay. Okay. I got fries. Yoink. I got the majority of my stuff at Kroger and the rest at Walmart. I can't be asked to buy all of my groceries at Walmart. I ain't that well off, you know. But I literally buy these meats there, well, meats. This was actually better deal at Walmart than Kroger, so again, okay. Freezer stuff, donezo. I bought cereal because what was I talking about not eating breakfast? Cereal, that's an option. I don't know where I'm gonna put this because you don't normally have a spot. I bought granola bars. Granola bars, again, it's not the best, but it's basically what I was eating for breakfast on my break at work. I realized things like this exist. It's like one of those little skillet meals things, like lasagna one, and this is a pasta salad. I'm probably gonna eat this because this will be the quickest thing I can literally make. I'm gonna eat this today. This is gonna be for another weekend meal. These are only like $1 a piece. Dub. Also, these are both things you can add a shitload of stuff to. Onions, peppers, chickpeas, literally anything. You can onions you can add to this. Whatever else you like. I don't know. These are good. I got more pasta. Pasta heavy household. Oh my god, I just thought I forgot the mac and cheese. I was looking up there where my mac and cheese normally sits, and I didn't see it. This is the rice. This Spanish rice, it's very, very good. I like it. It takes 3 minutes to cook. I spent a little bit more than I typically would, but that's because I had to buy things like sugar, flour. I also got cocoa powder, more pasta sauce. My drawers, my shelves are not as organized as they probably could. But again, crackers, literally the cheapest ones you can get. I think they were like $1. And I also bought brown sugar. I don't know what you need brown sugar for typically, but I bought it because I was buying all the other baking stuff. And I'm watching the new season of Great British Baking Show. So I feel like I want to bake things. Probably won't. Might make like brownies or something. Stay tuned for the baking videos, I guess. But yeah, I bought brown sugar. The mac and cheese I get. You will not see me eating mac and cheese with a powder. Again, mac and cheese was one of those things that I didn't really like growing up super much. But I like this because it's got the squeeze, like the sauce cheese. And it's way better and it's not super runny. People out there with watery ass crap mac and cheese you need help. Oh my god, this is stocked up. Well, because since I'm doing this whole month now, I'm realizing how empty my cabinets were because I haven't done this in a month. I got taco seasoning for the taco soup, which I almost forgot. I would have been so pissed. I only have a chili packet over there. That would have been detrimental. I got salt. This is another thing where my money goes. These little freaking drink things. The off-brand Mio. This is the best one. These. Energy. This keeps me from buying lots of Monsters, Alani's, anything like that, this. You can, the thing is, there's a recommended serving size, but you can put as much as you freaking want in a water bottle. Same with these. What I've been doing is I've actually been buying like cranberry juice, like 100% cranberry juice as like the base, watering it down a little bit and then adding a shitload of these. So like, sue me. I like the way it tastes, and this is literally $1.99, and this will last me ages, whereas a Monster is like $2.50 and it lasts me like an hour. Beans, corn, crazy. These are the refried beans I get, the Kroger brand. I get the fat-free ones, not because I care about being fat-free, but because they don't have lard in them. So I don't eat meat, so that's what I did. I bought this. So, wow, yeah, you can tell what that is. No, it's soy sauce. I need to find a better way to buy this because this is like $1, almost $2 for this. I would like to buy something like a big bulk thing and then just have it to fill up my little soy sauce thing over there. I bought 2 things of chocolate chips again. I'm in my baking arc. I just want to bake something. Also, I put these in my ice cream. They won't go to waste. Cocoa powder, because I want everything chocolate all the time. I made a little mug cake, and the fact that I had to make it vanilla instead of chocolate just didn't sit right with me because I didn't have this, which is crazy because like I bought this baking stuff before just to have here to make. Tell me I haven't had this before in here? Crazy. Also, for my ice cream. Can you tell I like chocolate, guys? Can you tell? Can you freaking tell I like chocolate? Also, something else. I thought that they made a version of this that was caramel. But I'm thinking, like I thought Kroger did. I'm beginning to think that it was just Hershey that made one, like Hershey brand. And your boy is not buying name brand. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So I got this caramel sauce. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. Caramel sauce. Yeah, we'll see how long this lasts in this household. We'll see. So, is that everything? So that was the grocery. That was the grocery. So that is done. Check all this stuff on the floor. That's the grocery stuff. Let me put this away really quick. Something I do is I separate the grocery food items versus the household items. Things like cleaners, paper towels, anything else like vitamins, deodorant, shampoo. I separate that out because I don't buy the household things as much as I do the food, and I want to know how much money I'm actually spending on just food versus things that are like household related. So I had to buy paper towels. Ooh, broke the bank. It actually was only like $6, although on their app it said it was like $7. I don't know, I'm not mad. But that will last me a good long time because I don't really use paper towels all that much. Really, I don't. I also got glass cleaner. This was literally the only kind of cleaner they had. I don't normally get lavender scent. I don't really like the lemon scent, but that was literally the only cheapest one they had. Because I'm not buying $5 for a spray bottle that when it's empty, the lid doesn't work. Like the sprayer doesn't work anymore and everything's broken. Vitamins, because I was out, deodorant, and the thing that I had to sell both of my kidneys for, fucking batteries. Okay, batteries have always been expensive, always. I remember that my whole life. This was $10 fucking dollars. This was $10. There is 8 fucking batteries in here. Same with this. 8 batteries for $10. And at Walmart, on their app, It says they have Great Value brand batteries for $3. And they weren't anywhere because it says the only location that batteries are in the store is up by the registers. They only had these and the Energizer ones. But my remote of my TV is saying that it's low battery, so. Aw, they wanted to be so cute and make it plastic-free packaging. What would be cuter is if these were cheaper. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. I'll recycle the plastic. But, let me get, where are my receipts? Okay, so all of the grocery items I got at Kroger were $87 and a penny. Under 100, bro. Under a hundo. And where's my receipt from Walmart? Okay, so $87 on grocery at Kroger and $20.76 at Walmart for the frozen stuff I got, the frozen meats I got, the fries, and the teriyaki noodle packs. That was $20. So that hurts, but when you take it into consideration, we've got what, like $108 on grocery related things, and the only other things I'm gonna have to buy for this next 4 weeks is things like a bag of potatoes and a bag of lettuce. So I allot myself $200 a month for groceries, and doing it this way where I'm shopping for all the non-perishables and then just shop week to week for the perishable stuff has already saved me money. Like, doing the planning by every 4 weeks saved me money. Doing it this way with buying the non-perishables and then the perishables week to week saves me even more money. Because I guarantee you I will probably only spend this 100 that we just spent, maybe 30, 40 more dollars. And that's if I buy little bits and bobs, maybe a little sweet treat or something at the grocery when I go. We're looking at $150 for the whole month. I don't know about y'all. I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad about that. Especially because I'm actually eating well. Like, I am eating 3 meals a day. It's not like, oh, I spent, only $100 on groceries, but you're eating 1 meal a day. Girl, no. You need to eat. You need to eat. I know in this economy it gets a little rough, but you gotta. And then for these couple of items here that I bought are cleaners, my vitamins and deodorant, my batteries, and the paper towels. Who wants to take a guess? Leave it in the comments how much you think that was. It was literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. 7 things. $49.39. $50. $50. 50. So per month I allot myself around 100 or 150 for household related items. I rarely ever hit that until a month where I go right at that, because I don't buy the shit every month. So as it runs out, I buy it. So if there's a month where I've ran out of literally everything, I might spend 150. And most of the time it's shit like this, which this is the first time I've bought batteries since living in this apartment. Woo! I hope these 16 batteries, 8 and 8, I hope these 16 batteries last me for the next 45 years. The thing is I have, like, in terms of things that take batteries, the only thing I have is my projector and my Roku remote. Like, nothing else takes these normal batteries. Because, like, my Switch and everything like that, like, their controllers just charge. It's not like where you have to put batteries in a controller, like for PS4 controllers or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm not mad. I feel very productive. It is 4:34 p.m. now. And I'm starving to death and really overheated, a little overstimulated. Also, story time, I guess. The freaking gas station that I go to all the time, all of their pumps were closed. They had, like, literal, like, caution tape around the pumps. scary. But yeah, I also had to break the bank with gas today too, the whole tank. But yeah, I think that's where I'll leave it. I'll leave it here. I hope you guys maybe enjoyed the video. I don't know, I like watching videos like this, seeing what people spend money on, how they plan, how they eat and everything like that. I find this stuff interesting. So maybe there's another individual out there that found it interesting as well. If you guys want to see more videos like this of like how I do my planner or how I budget or whatever, I don't know how interesting that would be, but I find those videos interesting. Sue me. So yeah, if you guys have any recommendations for videos, leave it in the comments. I really appreciate all the love on the videos we've been getting. Absolutely blessed to have so many of you guys watching. I love you so much. So if you want to stick around and see more of the videos, I'm staying consistent. Hand on the holy book, I am staying consistent. So subscribe and you will be seeing more videos from me. If you want to, you'll be seeing them. So yeah, leave a like, comment, share, do all the interaction jazz that you like. And I will be seeing you guys in the next one. You just have a good day. Bye. Bye-bye.